And this one. Oh, okay. We live. Peace, peace, family. Appreciate everybody tapping in. Always a pleasure. And we got to do
Peace,
some
peace.
today. Go ahead, sister. Go ahead. My bad.
Yes, peace, peace, family. Welcome, welcome back to the tribe. Thank you for coming and tuning in and having this Sunday dinner, Sunday lunch with us. It's always a joy to welcome all of you listeners from wherever you're at. That's another thing. Tell us where you're watching us from. Hit us up and let us know where you're watching us from.
Yes, yes. We definitely want to know.
So,
Oh,
yes, they say the old evidence is still speaking.
yep. Yeah. The old evidence still speaking. And it's hard to ignore,
Yep,
you know?
very much so. Very much so. All the information, even before AI and all these other photoshops and stuff come in place, the evidence is being there. People being recording and showing us who we are, showing us
Yeah.
what they've been doing. You
Yep.
know.
Facts. Absolute facts. Yeah, this lineup we got today, y'all, is really compelling. It's really difficult, like the title says, to ignore. It's definitely on another level. And I think everybody should pay close attention to some of these videos because your first instinct, because it's so unbelievable, it's AI. But the videos we gonna pull up and we gonna show y'all today it predates AI, it predates Photoshop. These videos are
Yep.
from actual, some of them are from actual camcorders that you would buy at Radio Shack. Okay. This is not something you could doctor up as good as they've been doing with AI these recent years. So
Hmm.
do us a favor, keep an open mind, and just give it a good one
Give it
vote.
a good one.
All right. Make sure y'all hitting that like button, hitting the subscribe if you haven't already. Yeah, this is a juicy one for y'all. This is a juicy one right here. So, sis, without further ado, I guess we can get right into the first one. What you think?
Yeah, we can jump run right in and jump right in there.
Okay. Now, this kind of opens up your mind to a little bit of conspiracy. It's not really on the older videos, but I felt it was relevant. I think it relevant for the topic and what we're discussing because there's definitely some stuff going on. So let's let her cook.
Give a fuck. I am so tired of celebrities thinking they can hide behind pretty smiles, designer dresses. Y'all gonna get mad, but I really don't give a fuck. I am so tired of celebrities thinking they can hide behind pretty smiles, designer dresses, PR teams, and mediocre ass music while the world around us is falling apart. Because let's tell the goddamn truth. A lot of y'all only became icons because black people believed y'all were for us. We thought y'all empowered women. We thought y'all cared about black people. We thought y'all cared about children. We thought y'all stood for something bigger than fame, money, and proximity to power. Whole time, a lot of y'all only stand for access to rich people, access to elite spaces, access to rooms regular people will never see. And if I gotta call out Nicki Minaj, if I gotta call out Snoop, if I gotta call out Nelly, if I gotta call out Beyonce, if I gotta call out Rihanna, then what the fuck are y'all here for now? Seriously, what are we making y'all rich for? What are we defending y'all for? What are we streaming the music for? What are we buying the makeup, the tours, the liquor, the clothes, the brands for? If when people are scared, struggling, losing rights, worried about deportation, violence, healthcare, voting rights, and survival, y'all go silent. And please stop acting like silence is neutral. Silence always protects somebody. And usually it protects the people already in power. That's why regular people are frustrated, because we lose jobs for speaking up. We lose opportunities for speaking up. We get attacked for speaking up. But y'all got millions, security, influence, private jets, PR teams, and connections. And somehow y'all still too scared to say anything meaningful. That's so weird to me. And another thing, a lot of y'all keep showing up to spaces that don't even fuck with regular people while trying to sell us empowerment. Bitch, empowerment for who? Because it damn sure don't feel like it's for the everyday people struggling. And what people need to realize, this ain't just black versus white anymore. This is rich versus poor. This is elites protect each other. The wealth protect wealth. And a lot of celebrities have gotten so rich, they no longer can relate to the people that made them famous. That's the uncomfortable truth, because historically, our greatest artists use their voices. Not everybody too busy protecting sponsorships, fashion invites, billionaire friendships, and brand deals. And I'm sorry, if the public built your platform, the public got every right to question where the fuck you stand. Y'all gonna get mad, but
Wow.
I really don't give a fuck. I am so
Oh my goodness. She goes in.
She goes
Sister.
in.
Thoughts.
Yeah. She, the thing is why are you still silent?
Yeah. Facts.
Why are you still silent? Why are you not using your platform for the positive, to empower the people instead of just keeping silent for yourself? Me and my small corner, and you and yours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the thing is this too. We give these people too much of our power by giving them too much of our attention. That's another aspect of it. You understand? You complaining about them, but yet still you go and you blog, you go check their channels, you go like something, you giving them attention, because the more you talk about them, the more people are going to migrate to go and see what it is you're saying. So what happens? They're getting all these views, they're getting all these hits, they're getting all these promotion. But people who you think are doing things for people are not the ones you're focusing on and talking about. So we need to just redirect our energy,
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes.
you know?
I'm hearing an echo.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
hearing an echo.
Oh, I don't know what's going on. Why are you hearing
Yeah.
an echo?
Do you have a device on?
Do you have a device on?
No, just this one here. I don't know.
Yeah. It's only feedbacking on me. It's coming from your end
It's
somewhere.
coming from your end somewhere.
Yeah, it was only just me and you here, so I don't know why it's echoing back. But you're not echoing on my side.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely
Okay.
echoing.
Yeah, it's definitely echo.
Well, want me to log out and come back?
Let me see if this works. Let me see if that
If
works.
this works.
Nope.
Let me see if that works.
Okay. Am I still echoing?
Okay. Yeah, we'll see if
Okay.
that.
Yeah, we'll see if that.
Nope.
Does that work now?
No, it's still echoing.
No, it's still echoing.
Let me log out and come back and see what happens.
Okay, all right.
Okay, all right.
All right, give us a moment, y'all. We having some feedback, technical difficulties. We will get right back into this cook. But we got to make sure it's right for y'all. We don't want to just shovel anything. Shout out to the chat. Appreciate y'all. Everybody tapping in, answering the Dr. Sublime's question about where y'all from. I'm about to read that in a second. Let me let her back in.
Mic check.
Shout out
Two.
to,
Mic check. 1 2.
yeah, it sounds much better. Shout out to Jonathan, Chicago, Wisdom, Delaware, Arizona, Hikma, Jen Fact, Ohio. Shout out. Jay Hooks. Appreciate you. Yeah,
It
yeah,
hooks
only
the
hear
grid.
my echo. Yeah, we fixed it though. We knew it. Yeah, we knew it was only my echo. We don't know what it was, but we fixed it anyway. So yeah, you right though, sister. You know some celebrities do their thing. Like I've
Yeah.
been cataloging the ones that do, and like I've been watching, and I'm like, wow, these guys they're still regular people. They just they good at their craft, that's all. They don't see themselves better or different. Like one person I really truly admire, Jim Carrey, Keanu Reeves. Like Keanu Reeves, you can find him sitting next to a homeless person on the sidewalk. He'll take his shoes off, like, and just get comfortable and just talk to that guy for hours. Like, this is like people don't even recognize that it's him. They think it's just another homeless person, but somebody knows that it's him and pulls out their camera and catch him in the act. I think that's like so noble. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what he does with his free time. And there's people out there like that just they don't care about the fame and the fortune they receive. They still want to engage with people on a real human level. So they're out there. I was speaking to my brother
They
yesterday.
keep the
Yeah, I was speaking to my brother yesterday. He's under the impression that rich people suck, but he's been taught that, and I'm telling him, like, so if you got $10 million right now, are you going to be an a-hole? Are you going to be like this? He's like, well, hell no. I said, well, think about it. There's people that think just like us. They're not going to make headlines, and they're not going to be the biggest brand dealer, or they're not going to be in the spotlight like some of these other people because they're not willing to sacrifice their integrity. So at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. But yeah, appreciate y'all tapping in, man. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. We got some good videos for y'all. That was just a little warm up. That was a warm up, so y'all can kind of get into the vibe that that there's obviously something going on, because why is it that there's so many celebrities that will and elites that will offer to stay silent and to stay out of the way so they don't mess up their brand deals? She's spot on with that. Spot on. I could give a fuck about a
yeah, but
brand
the
deal when
thing,
it comes to children, or go ahead, sister.
that's what I'm saying, right? These people are being who they are, and and for to direct our energy towards whether they're doing or not doing is a whole nother level of distraction, I would say, right? For
Yeah.
me, I'm here, I'm sitting over on and helping and all this different stuff. No cameras on me. I do not display or take pictures of the children I'm helping and sending to school and stuff like that on social media and stuff like that. But it's not to say
Right.
that I'm not doing it. There are some people that are doing it that are not displaying it and putting it out there in the social media and stuff like that, walking around with them. They're telling their PR person, no, I don't want, everybody know what I'm doing privately for
Right. Right.
people.
That's
You
right.
understand? And there are people, and there are ones who don't mind sitting down on the sidewalk, like you said, like Jim Carrey and Keanu Reeves and the rest of them, who don't mind sitting on the sidewalk with the homeless and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
we would think that we are rejecting what we think why they're doing it. That's our projection. That their PR. Let me seem as if I'm down with these people. Let me show them my humanity side of me and stuff like that. We're just projecting from our perspective and our point of view, not knowing exactly from the inside what's going on. Jim Carrey may have been the one that they allocated to be the one to tell the people the truth. You're the one who's going to be the torch bearer to tell the truth.
Mm.
So they cannot say So they cannot say that somebody wasn't telling the truth. Somebody have to be the one who is, because they have to tell us what they're doing. They
Right.
have to tell us what they're doing. So they have to allocate somebody. For us, when we were in school, you have to have they give you a head boy and they give you a head girl. They give you a principal, they give you a vice principal. So someone have to take that ham to be the one, tell them what we doing. Oh, they're being exposed. No, someone have to be the tail bearer. So when they do what they're doing, they say, well, they didn't listen to Jim Carrey when Jim Carrey was telling you. They didn't listen to Cat Williams. They didn't listen to David Chappelle. They didn't listen to Michael Jackson. You understand? They didn't listen to the Messiah. The Messiah was telling them, the kingdom of heaven is within. You got the power. The power is in you. You are sons of God. You are gods. But he wasn't listening. You see? So we can't, get to a place whereas we work ourselves up. And she is worked up. You know? She's worked up. She's pissed off to the history of being pissed off.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
We gotta. That's another level of harnessing your energy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, family. Chicago in the house, Delaware, Arizona.
Facts. Shout out to the chat. We appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yes.
Oh wow. No, there's somebody. Who was that? Hickma taking the appreciate that, man. You took that line from Robin Harris and what was it called? Bebe's Kids. The highest level of pistivity.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, that is funny. That is funny. Wow.
So what's next? What's we got on top next?
This next video is, I believe, from what I could gather from the context, it is from, it says it on here too, but it's from like the 80s or 90s or something like that, maybe even the 70s. This video is super dope because of its age, you know.
Okay.
So we're gonna definitely see about this real quick. Get ready, y'all. I just want to warn y'all, this is an older video. It's from 1989, so this predates any AI, any Photoshop. This predates it, and what you're seeing and witnessing is something that was smuggled out of a classified facility. So let's get into it. So they done let something in, and you hear them say, "There's something there." That was a portal opened up in 1989.
Yep, they keep on doing this foolishness. They keep on opening these portals and stuff like that, and letting beings back and forward and stuff like that. You understand? And they know it even to the day. Even when they crank CERN up back in 2012 and stuff like that, they've been opening up these various portals and stuff like that, which is so sad because what is happening is you opening up something, you letting something in that you have no control over.
Yeah.
No
Fact.
control. They don't know how to shut them. They open them and don't know how to shut them.
Right.
Because once you open, what do you do? How you get that being back in?
Right. What if
It's
it
like
likes
when you
the
open,
atmosphere? What if it don't want to go
yeah,
back?
no, they enjoying me here. That's why they now what they say. The Bible says this, right? It talks about when you cast out a spirit, when you cast out a spirit out of somebody, they go roaming to and fro, and then they come back to see if they could take possession. So when you open up a portal, when you open up a door to another dimension, those spirits, those beings are coming in looking for a place to launch and occupy. So they now go look for somebody who is dabbling and doing some Ouija board nonsense and
Mm.
mirror on the wall, full stuff, and they go and now take occupancy of their body, what we say possession. You understand? Of that particular person's body, and they're now realizing that there are many that are in Hollywood whose the original host of that body is no longer there. That's why they look so spaced out and so do people saying they're
Weird.
being
Yeah.
cloned. But think
Yeah.
about it. They say they're being cloned, but what if their actual spirit has been swapped?
Yeah. Or like a scene from the Body Snatchers where they take over your body and you're just like Get Out, the movie Get Out, and you're just a passenger, a viewing
Yeah,
passenger.
yeah. So these things being happens from yeah. It's just a lot of people who have their like the ostrich got their head stuck in the sand. I know that is not true. My pastor say my this take your head out of the sand, man, and realize that this world is far vast and far greater
Yeah.
than what our physical eyes see. Because think about this. You could be in a room and
Yeah.
look out the peripheral at your peripheral or the corner of your eye, and sometimes you'll see a shadow or something move swiftly,
Yes.
and it's just you one in the house. Nobody else is here.
Facts.
Or if it's not just you one in the house, the next person in the house is sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I say
Yeah.
nothing else.
Facts.
These
No,
things is real.
hey, you cooking. You cooking, sister.
These things are real.
Mm-hmm.
I I've experienced so many of these different things at so many different levels. It's unbelievable to the point where as I say, okay, now who are you and what you came here for? What you want? Why?
Yeah.
And that's it. Show yourself.
They
So
lied
I
about
could now operate at a different level.
right. They lied about so
Uh,
much. It's like, how can you even look at something that might be a little like you hear something that came from a fairy tale or whatever, and you're just like, oh no, that's gotta be fake. And it's like, can you measure up how much they have put the lies out there in the front? It's not that the truth isn't out there too. It's just that they
mhm.
glorify the lie so that you'll eat it up. Like, I always use this analogy. If I had a chocolate cake in my hand and a salad in my hand, most people are gonna go for the salad. They don't want nothing to do with go for the chocolate cake. They don't want nothing to do with the carrot
Yeah,
or the anything of the vegetable or any of
yeah.
that, you know? So it's all about sacrifice. I'm going to sacrifice eating that sweets so that I can be healthier, live longer, etc., etc. But only few people are going to make that choice. People are going to grab that chocolate cake. So the truth and the lie is out there, but we've been sucking on that fucking cake for so long that once somebody comes and say, look, I can show you evidence and proof and scientific, you know whatever, that this is actually real, and here it is, and people will still grab that and suck on that chocolate cake, and they want nothing to do with the salad, and that's the issue that's been going on.
the thing about it is when you think about the psyop of the learning institution, the learning institution never was created to teach us how to analytically think. The learning institution was created to reproduce workers, people
Right.
who would continue to say by memory, 1 and 1 is 2, 2 and 2 is 4, 4 and 4 is
Yep.
8, and that's
Yep.
it. Do as you're told. Do not think for yourself. Do not go. Don't color outside of the line. Stay inside of the line, because if you color outside of the line, it's incorrect.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You
But
see,
some of the most
the
famous
institute.
paintings in history are completely abstract. There's no meaning to the brushstrokes, or really, it's just a bunch of swirls. And those are some of the most
That's it.
expensive, sought after paintings on the planet. You understand me? So
Wow.
sometimes it's just how a person was feeling that was transferred into the paint and onto the canvas. It has nothing to do with the picture being so great. Oh, that's a beautiful fruit basket or a house on the hill or whatever. You don't have to draw that. You could just do a palette painting and then just keep taking your brush strokes and just slamming it up against the canvas, and somebody will really find that interesting and want that in their house. Like, it's just that simple.
I've
So you absolutely right.
I've seen people taking paint and putting it in a bucket and tying it on a rope and swinging it around the room. But this is what I want to say. When you do a research, some of the most brilliant minds were labeled as dyslexic.
Yep.
Some of the most brilliant minds were labeled as a learning disability because they did not learn according to the institution of learning mechanism.
Fact.
So they put them in the special corner, and they are special because why? They're not conforming to the learning structure that they force everybody else to be in.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah. So portals are open, and a lot of people are known. I've learned more about portals since I've been here on the continent, especially here in Kenya. I've learned so much more about portals, and even the death, burial, and resurrection ritual that was with the Messiah that they done when they say death, burial, and resurrection. That's a pass. That was a portal that he had to pass through. That many would not want to agree with that. They literally believe that he literally was crucified and hang on a tree and all that different stuff, but not understanding the what really happened. He went into a portal. I think, you know what, who, let me tell you what movie showed you exactly what happened. Black Panther. Yeah. When they supposedly die and she went in to speak with, that is exactly what the crucifixion was. That going on ancestors and coming back.
Yeah, because our
So
ancestors live. Yeah, they definitely live.
yeah, many can't handle that though. Their heads in the sand like the ostrich. No, that can't happen. That didn't happen. No.
Yeah. And it's sad. A lot of people believe that if they just dismiss it, it'll go away. So I know there's a lot of people out there, because I met a lot of dismissive type of people, and I know they are scratching their heads right now and losing their minds. The evidence that's just coming out is just overwhelming, and we've got carbon dating, we've got all this stuff. The proof is right there, but people have been fed this garbage for so long, they don't know anything else, and they don't want it. When they taste the other stuff, it don't taste the same, right? Now, I used to smoke cigarettes, I used to love my cigarettes, and when I started to a more natural version of tobacco, like the American spirits, which don't have any junk in it, it's just the tobacco. It tastes really bad. I'm like, damn, man, I want a freaking Old Gold or Marlboro or Newport or something because it's got all that junk in it. Same thing with the cake and the salad. Salad is not
Yeah.
going to be as tasty as the cake. However, it's going to be better for you. And so that's the same thing I ran into, and that's people's problem. I know this from when I was smoking. I was like, damn, this must be the same thing. And when I worked at that burger company who was selling actual natural beef that was 100% grass fed and never dealt with any antibiotics, nothing. And like this meat is so fresh that as soon as the air hits it, it turns brown instantly. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't got but a couple minutes and it's going to turn brown. I was like, why is it brown? It was like, that's how fresh it is. All the other meats in the stores got dye, it's got red dye in it. I said, oh shit, no wonder it stays red in your fridge for that long. So I started learning that and it all made sense and people would taste the burger. Even me, I was like, damn, it's missing something. Yeah, it's missing all the garbage. So when I was able to learn how to cook it and put the right seasonings and chef it up real good, you couldn't tell the difference. But just eating it regular, just raw hamburger, not raw, but just cooked hamburger without nothing, you can taste the difference. It's an extremely distinct taste. But once I got used to it, now that's all we eat, that's all we buy, and we don't mess with any of the crap. You know what I mean? But it just goes to show you, man, when you're eating it or you're consuming that garbage for so long, it it can turn your taste buds off to something that is actually good for you. So
Yep.
that's a lot of what's going on. But we coming with the evidence, and those with the open mind, especially y'all in the chat, y'all gonna have something to think about when we done here. Okay, and this is just
That's it.
part one. Part two, I got an archive of videos. I've been saving them up. I've been gathering them, and I've been researching and finding all the oldest videos. I'm talking 1970s, 1960s. When there was no way there was AI or any of that, and I'm gonna show you proof that they've been lying to us, that there's things afoot, that everything you heard in stories is there's 90% truth in all of it. Trolls, fairies, all that. They're absolutely real, and I have the evidence. But that's in part two. For now, we gonna focus on some unicorns today, because a lot of people think that unicorns come
Oh,
from stories. I'm about to show you right now that unicorns are just evasive. That's all they are. They're just evasive. Kind of like the Loch Ness Monster or Bigfoot or UFO phenomenon. They're just evasive. That's it. They're just fast, and they avoid people because they probably been hunted to the fucking brink of extinction due to lack of knowledge. And there's quite a few species that we as humans has hunted to extinction just because we didn't understand it, or because we relished the beauty and we wanted to wear it as a fucking coat. So yeah, a lot of this stuff is just, they had to go into hiding. Our giants, our unicorns, dragons, they all had to go into hiding for the simple fact that we just cannot fucking control ourselves, and we have a horrible impulse control problem, and that's the issue. Sister, your thoughts on that, or should I
yep.
go ahead and play it?
Go ahead.
Okay, just want to make sure you ain't have nothing. All right, y'all.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
okay, where are you? Oh, right there. All right, y'all. This footage is from, I believe, 1999, if I remember correctly. thoughts, sister? You think that's fake?
Listen, I say you understand me because, like I said, being here where I'm at now, I'm learning so many things. I just don't know which part of the world that is. Whether it's in Ireland or one
Yeah,
of
it's
those
one of those.
places.
It's one of those Norway or something like that. Yep.
Yeah, one of those places and stuff like that. So 9 times out of 10, some things, whether we want to believe them or not, are still among us. One of the other animals also that they rename is the rhinoceros, because the rhinoceros also have that one horn. Some have two horns. You understand, like the what you call it, the unicorn, and
Yep.
they are killing them to extinction too, just for their horn. You understand? So yeah. I would not. I don't want to say yay or nay whether it's real or not, because at the end of the day, once we don't know portals are real, so we know that they can move these things around, move them in and out of dimensions and out of realms. So that's the other aspect of it. These people know how to use these portals to pull in and put and move around.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. And you know what else is crazy? What really compels me? Yeah, shout out to wisdom. The the oldness of the grainy footage tells me
Hmm.
it's real. That's what we got to look at. It's like you can tell a 1970s or 1960s movie when you pop it in. You can tell how,
Yeah.
older movie just from, the technology that's being used on the film, or the film that's actually it's being recorded on. So like I can put in an old movie from 2000 and I can tell it's older. Whereas now it's not as choppy, it's not as grainy. So like that's the key we need to be looking for when we find these films or we find these older type clips. That's what we need to be looking for. Is it grainy, or does it look like it's AI? And then the chat will tell you, and then you can look at the details of the video and that will tell you, because they have to disclose whether or not it's AI or not, because the algorithm knows if it's AI or
Yeah.
not. And if you lie, they're gonna
It,
ban you and they're gonna shut down your video. So there people out there, they're telling
yeah.
the truth. It's like, yeah, this is a great AI pick or whatever. That one has none of that. People are literally baffled in the comments. Like, where the hell, why, what,
Yeah.
what am I looking at? Like, people were genuinely baffled on that one, and that video is old. You know,
Yeah. I
and
see
wait till
somebody
part
from.
two says, I got clips of fairies, real fairies from way back in the day that predates AI. Like you can clearly see this thing. You know what I mean? It ain't but this big, but you can clearly see it. Human face, human hands, arms, legs, wings, everything. And nobody's been able to debunk these footages because they're so old and they're on VHS tapes and stuff. So you know what I mean? We really got to wake up, y'all. They're lying to us, and this is crazy. It's absolutely insane, the stuff that they've been hiding from us.
Yeah. So I see somebody from Kenya is in the chat. Karibu, Karibu. Welcome.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I don't know what that means, but yeah, I'm with you. Whatever she said, y'all.
Welcome. Yeah. Welcome.
Welcome. Appreciate you tapping in, Janae, Monique. I appreciate you. Everybody in the
Yeah.
chat, man, it's been a great turnout. Hey, listen, this part two. I'm telling y'all, I'm bringing y'all way more in part two. This was just a taste tester, we wanted to give it to you light, but we
I
got
want
we got footage, y'all. Bigfoot, everything, and
to.
it's compelling evidence. It's from VHS tapes that people would just, yeah,
Out walking about into nature and came and just happened to, yeah, see.
yeah.
Sometimes you just record it and you even realize you recorded it until you go back home and you look at it and then you say, whoa, what was that?
Yeah.
running across my thing because like you say, we for even for me, we capture things even now on our phones, on our devices, and when you go really the video, you'd be like, oh, whoa, what's that? Like for me, I love when I'm flying. I love to just record outside of my window. Just record, even without pointing the camera at any specific thing. Just record and then go back and look at it and see if I missed something. You know, yeah, there are many sightings that you see when you're. I say when you're not looking, but you're actually looking because you want to
Yeah.
see. You know, yeah, I mean, for me, I want to see. Some people don't want to see, but I want to see
Yeah.
the mysteries, you understand, of those that are
Mhm.
among us and stuff like that. When you're talking about the fairies and stuff like that, they let me say they say they lie to us, but I want to say not so much a lie to us. They put it in our face and make it into fairy tale
Mm-hmm.
fiction.
Yeah.
You see, they distorted it. They give
Fact.
you the truth, but they
Yeah.
give you the truth in entertainment as
Yeah.
entertainment,
Yeah.
as time stories, as cartoons.
Right. Well, see, sister, it's not a lie for us because we're not swallowing the stuff. But when we swallow that stuff they put out there and we swallow the wrong stuff like the chocolate cake, we're swallowing the lie. It's not them lying to us. I say that for context for the audience, but yeah, it's not them lying to us. We're lying to ourselves and we're tricking ourselves by falling victim to these tricks when the evidence is right there in our face. And yeah, we some of us are meant to be
Mhm.
blind and not see or whatever. I get that, but sometimes I've shown people this type of evidence and they still will dismiss it even though they don't have a logical explanation or rebuttal for the evidence. They'll still dismiss it because their brains just don't want to comprehend something that they've been told all their life was just a fairy tale. I don't want to believe that,
Yeah,
God wasn't,
it's
yeah, like they don't want to believe that, these things was everything, man. We've been tricked, we've been lied to, and they've been tricking us. And this is why I was telling I was telling my brother yesterday, and you mentioned this something about this earlier. They want you programmed to go to work, go to
yeah.
pharmacy, go to church, and go home. Go to work, go to pharmacy, go to
Stay
church, go home. And if you're doing those things, you'll never realize just how powerful and how beautiful you could make this life, you know. And I was
Yep.
telling him yesterday too, it's really got his mind thinking now. His wheels are turning because I said, think about it. God's not sitting there with 100 different light switches and flipping on the switch and say, okay, turn on the sun. Okay, let's flip the switch and turn on the rain. Okay, let's flip the switch and make everything grow. That's not what's happening. God set up a
Yep.
system to make that grass grow, to make that rain fall, to make everything so, you know what I mean, to be what it's supposed to be. So
Yep.
if God set up a system for that, why didn't God set up a system for you to get what you want out of this life? And people think that praying is going to get them there. Well, while you're praying, God's doing everything in the background to make that job happen for you. But the problem is you never got off your fucking knees to stop praying to go look for the job. So you never get the job because you didn't go get off your butt to go get the job. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, God is there and God's answering your prayers, but you're not taking the steps to, you know what I mean, to make that happen. And you reap what you sow. That's in the Bible. So if you're not reaping anything, what are you supposed to sow? Right? So, that's how I see things. And I'm just going based off of the evidence and the facts that's been here all this time, and that $400 million, I mean, 400 million year old hammer, that's coming later. We're gonna showcase that later, y'all. But it's baffling the entire world right now. This thing is completely got scientists going crazy. It's got the religion world going crazy because it obliterates everything we've been taught. 400 million years ago, there were dinosaurs here. Why are we finding a hammer that was embedded in the rock and it carbon dates 400 million years? You know what I mean? It's showing everything I've been saying is coming out in the time is my receipt, because all this stuff's coming out. And I've been telling people, listen, we used to ride on dinosaurs. We used to be so tall and we would climb these trees and I just told my brother, I said, go look at the mountain that the Hollywood sign sits on and tell me you don't see something weird about that mountain. And I just told him, I said, that's a tree trunk, gang. They was cutting down our trees. Our trees were hundreds of feet tall and they cut them all down. Look at the redwood tree that does still exist to this day. And they put 40 cars on that stump and took a picture of it. I remember it from the National Geographic. There were 40 cars on that one tree stump. How do you fit 40 cars on a tree stump? And you mean to tell me that trees couldn't have been bigger? Yeah, you lost your mind. You can go find that video, that footage right now of 40 cars on top of a redwood tree trunk. And they show it. They fit 40 of them on there. So I'll never forget that to this day. And I remember seeing that photo like, damn, that's a big ass tree, yo. So some of these mountains we're seeing is trees, y'all. They're not mountains, they're tree stumps.
Yep, facts. That's a fact. That's a fact.
And all we want to do is bring y'all glad tidings. We want to bring y'all the facts. We want to bring y'all the evidence. You decide for yourself, but don't just suck on the titty of lies that are put in front of us, because they're not lying to us. They're putting the lie out and they're putting the truth out, and we're taking the hand of the lie. That's a choice, and that's the only problem that exists in this realm, in this dimension. The only problem is choice. There is no other problem. There's no problem with bills or walking or talking or none of that. The only problem is choice. What are you going to do with the cards you've been dealt?
Make a choice. You make your choice. You want a red pill, you want a blue pill. You don't have to take any pill at all. You don't even have to take any pill. You could just choose not to take any.
Yeah.
The choice at the end of the day,
Yeah. You got to answer for that choice. So Dr. Sublime and I, not mad if you don't believe us. You don't have to believe us. But when the evidence keeps coming out and these videos keep popping up and this information is being smuggled out of black sites and classified locations where we're witnessing these things on video that came from the 80s when they were doing the experiment, that predates AI. So, you can argue it all you want, but I'd advise you to have an open mind and start looking into really what's going on around here. And then maybe you'll see why you're broke and why you're struggling and why things is going on in your life the way it's going on and why other people seem to just be getting blessings because, hey.
The thing is this. Our job is to put it out there in the public domain and they make the choice. Our job is not to convince anybody or you understand? Our job is to find, if we find the information, put it out there in the public domain, share it with you, and then they make the choice whether they want to go deeper down the rabbit hole or they want to stick their head inside the hole and not do the research themselves, not to believe or not to believe. I guess I say believe, but for lack of a better word to use at this time, to believe or not to believe is a choice at the same time too. Freedom of choice. Freedom of choice. We do our in putting the information out there, and you do your part in terms of making the choice to go out and do the research yourself and see whether or not prove it. Let me say this, right? When I was deep in the church, and somebody challenged me, or I put a challenge out there, I would tell them, prove me wrong, and I'll eat every page of the Bible.
Yeah. I love that challenge.
And and all of the years that I have put that challenge out there, nobody has come back to prove me wrong for me to eat every page of the Bible. So
Yeah,
sometimes to get people to go and study, sometimes you got to challenge them. Listen, go and do
yeah,
your research and come back and prove me wrong,
yeah.
you know, and that's it.
And
Let me
what
just
about
go.
see? We have a new challenge, sister. Let me grab it real quick because you know we got to show it at least everything until they give us they gotta grant us the approval. So we still waiting on that, but they slow. But you know we gotta grab it and because the 9 principles, the tribe has a challenge now, right? And that's
Yeah,
9 principles behind me there too. But the 9 principles, right, of being right there on that book, we challenge that you cannot come to conflict if two people are are absolutely adhering to this list. You're adhering to these
activate.
9 principles, you cannot come to conflict. And I challenge you to find any to debunk that theory. And it's not a theory. I know it's a theorem, but we're still going to call it a theory until we get some more challenges. But till to date, sister, nobody has succeeded on that. You know, we've asked people that we've
Yep.
had on guests, we've sent it out to a bunch of people, and nobody can find any discrepancies. You know, I had one guy who I was watching his live and I told him about it and sent it to him. And he said, you know, the only thing I have an issue with was, you know, practice, the last one. He said, practice makes habit not perfect. And he's like, you know, I believe everybody is kind of, you know, to be perfect, blah, 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 blah. And I said, but nothing is perfect.
It's perfect.
Nobody is
Nothing is
perfect.
perfect.
So if
Nobody's
nobody is
perfect.
perfect, you're never going to achieve it. So it should not be practice makes perfect. Well, you'll never be fucking perfect. Okay?
Mm-mm.
Practice makes habit. So if you get
Yep.
into a good habit of doing something, you don't need to be perfect. Right? So when I broke that down to him, he was like, he had to concede and was like, yeah, yeah, you got that one. Yeah, I didn't think of it that way. I know you didn't. You just see, you know what I mean? But yeah, we challenge y'all to take that list and break it down and tell me you could come to conflict with somebody. Go ahead, sister.
He because like all of us being quoted practice make perfect. So you've been sold on that practice make perfect for so long that you
Yeah,
just believe the statement is real, is true, is factual when
right.
it isn't.
It's not. Yeah. Yeah, y'all. We wrote this book, y'all, and it really can help y'all. It can help you if you apply it. You know, if you just apply this book, what's in it, it will literally change your life. It will help you through a lot of different issues that happen in life, and you will be liberated. I promise you. If you apply that book, it
Yes,
will liberate you from a lot of different things because things need to be made simple. They got all these complicated things and you know, and it's all well and good. It's great. It don't get me wrong. Some people are able to grasp it, but it's not in layman's terms for the
yeah.
masses. And that's what we've done here. So when it drops, you guys will have the link. We promise you this is just a proof copy. We're still waiting for them to approve it on their end because they want to make sure that they're not, you know, putting out no derogatory content or anything like that. So we're just waiting on the approval, Barnes and Nobles and things like that. But y'all will be able to get your copies soon. So just be patient. And until then, we gonna keep making sure we talk about it and anticipation makes things grow a little stronger. So be on the lookout. And yeah, but yeah, this next one is pretty good too.
Awesome.
Let me find where we at here, right here. Thoughts, sister.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah, that's a trail
Right
cam.
in your face.
Yeah. And I've been gathering this stuff, and we haven't covered it, because we've been doing our thing. But man, sister, I've got skinwalkers on film, like undeniable trail cams that are meant to see where the deer are at. These are hunter cameras. They're not looking for no fucking skinwalker. They're putting the cameras there because they're hunters and they want to see where the deer and stuff is going. Or they're putting the camera up in their backyard because something keeps tearing through their trash. Like, it's like they're not looking for these things. So, like, one thing I've always said to myself, I don't trust a Bigfoot hunter's video. What I do trust is a worker, a commuter heading to work or wherever, and his dash cam picks up Bigfoot. That is what I trust, because he wasn't going out there looking for it. He's just driving along the road and something runs across the damn highway, and he's, what the hell was that? You know what I mean? Those are the videos I look for and I trust. I don't I don't trust the Bigfoot hunter, and I damn sure don't trust like some of these people creating these channels and AI. I know it's going wild right now. So I'm looking for the oldest, most compelling videos, and I've found quite a few of them. Like there's a skinwalker attacking a man in a tent, and oh man, thankfully he gets away. But you can tell this thing, there's no way it's a costume. There's just no way it was. You'll see it. You'll see it when we do part two, sis. It's insane. It's like, yo, I saved all the good stuff for part two. This stuff is still could be kind of, it could be go either way with these videos. But the ones I got for part two, people are gonna be not getting any sleep after. The Sunday we do that, they're not gonna get any sleep. I promise. They're gonna be
Oh,
up thinking about it, like, yo, what did I just watch? Like, there's no way that was fake. Like, if it was fake, they would have had to. You start doing your internet sleuth stuff, and it's crazy because I analyzed the video and I'm like, yeah, I've got nothing. I don't see AI. I don't see. This is insane. The reaction the guy had, he was really being attacked. This thing was the freakiest thing, and all I could think to myself was, I put myself in that situation, and that thing would have died right then and there, or I would have died. There was not. I wasn't running. I was fighting that thing off because it's already on me. Like that's it got me, sis. That one was creepy. It was weird, and this guy was really being attacked, yo. So I wanted to break that down for this first one because part two is gonna be wild. Make sure y'all tell your friends and family. Part two is gonna be wild, y'all. Uh, I got some stuff. I've been looking. I've got some stuff, sis. We about to shut up all the naysayers about any type of mythical creature or any type of lie they've been swallowing. We about to shut all that down in part two. But yeah,
okay. They're ready. They're ready for this.
So sis, this one
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
let you take the lead once it plays. But this one, it's not
Oh,
as dark, or it's still like mystical though. It's still very mysterious. It's very weird and very strange. Not for us, not for you and I, but I know for people they're gonna be like, yeah, that is a little strange. But this is why I love Night God, because he does the same thing I do. He doesn't look for those AI type videos. He goes and finds the videos that are the oldest you could possibly find. Like that was his video, the 1989 of the portal opening. That's come on, 1989. Where was AI or Photoshop then? There was nowhere. You know what I'm saying? They didn't fake this. This was smuggled out of a secret lab. You know what I mean? The videos that were not supposed to be, like, sis, the gadgets that I got, and nobody would ever know that they're being recorded with the gadgets that I've got. You mean to tell me they didn't have
yeah.
then and they was doing that in those facilities, there was some people that was like, yeah, I'm telling the world, I don't give them. You ain't keeping this from them. So, and that's
Okay.
reality.
I tell you.
Mm-mm-mm. So yeah, this next one, sis, I'm gonna go ahead and play this one, and I'm gonna let
Go
you.
ahead. Yeah.
I'm gonna let you lead the charge on it. Oh wait, I just hit it. I didn't mean to do that. There it is.
Okay, y'all gotta see this. I just talked to a tree. Yes, I talked to a tree. I saw it on TikTok, so I went to my backyard and I talked to a tree and it responded to me. And I called my sister. She's not picking up the phone, but I need you guys to see this. Okay, there is nothing on the side of me. There's nothing on the side of me, nothing above me. Okay, tree, if you can hear me, touch my shoulder. Okay, tree, did you guys see that? If you can hear me, touch my shoulder. Oh my God, thank you. Tree, if you can hear me, touch my shoulder. Okay, yeah.
Sister, before you cook,
Yeah.
I just want to say
Yeah.
how genuine her reaction was. Like how freaked out she was, but still kind of happy. Man, go ahead, sister. Cook on that one.
Yeah. Because
You do this
tell
a lot.
you
You
that,
do this all the time.
yes, I do. I do. I do. I talk to so many different creatures, but this particular thing here with the tree, I did it myself also. Because after I saw this video, I think it was in, this is 26 now, in 2024, I saw this video and I did it. I went out and I stood and I said the same thing, tree, if you could hear me. And then I changed it. I said, tree, I know you could hear me. Touch my hands.
Mm.
And it bent down and it touched my hand. Just like how she was freaking out, I was freaking right out. I know my neighbors, them hear me say, oh wow, you really help me. You understand? And then I have some crows that comes on my balcony. I think I did 1 or 2 videos too on my TikTok. I had put it on my TikTok. And I told the crow, I said, I'm putting this here, but you must share. You must not eat this by yourself. And I said, leave some for somebody else. And he came and he ate some and he left some. I have a call that I do to them. I say, they don't know. They don't have to even be out there. Once they hear that, I see them flying from across the street coming.
Facts.
Because they know the call. Yes, nature can hear us. They're living beings. They're living. They can hear you. You can talk to them. Oh my gosh, yes, you can. You can. I'm telling you. Even to the neighbor, they have a cat that is here. I just literally talk to the animals, to my plants. I talk to my plants inside my house. I tell them, thank you so much for growing so sweetly. Thank you for taking the toxin out of the air. And they standing up. They stand up when I'm talking to them. Oh, goodness. Hey, people don't understand the power that we have, man. Yes.
Yes. That's a fact.
Gosh.
That's a straight fact.
Yeah,
And shout out to
I
him,
talk.
man. Trees walking, seen some interesting videos. Yes, I have seen somewhere the guy he's showing the tree in one place on his property and then it's in another place. It's very compelling video and evidence. The sister's internet dropped out. She'll be tapping right back in, I'm sure. But yeah, man, this is a different type of energy right here. Like because trees are alive. Trees move, and we know trees move and plants move because they lean. Even if their roots not moving, they'll lean towards the sun. Right? We know this. So if they can lean towards the sun, why wouldn't they lean for another reason? Right? It's not that far fetched. But we've been taught to think that everything is far fetched. Everything is, you know, everything is make believe or pretend, or it's just everything's far fetched. That's what we've been taught. But we need to start, we need to get in the mindset that anything is possible and anything can happen. And when we get into that mindset, you won't be blinded by the lie. You will always take the truth hand. You'll always take it, and you'll
Think,
always be able to see it. Go ahead, sis.
okay, I want people to think on this level, right? According to the Bible that they gave us, even if you read the Quran, it says that the earth was created. So it was spoke into existence.
Mm-hmm.
So that means if you speak something into existence, that means that thing which you spoke to had to hear you
Mm.
in order for it to obey or to function in the manner in which you spoke to it
Mm.
to to happen.
Wow.
So the spoken word went out and said and separate the waters from the waters. So he spoke to it. Even when the Messiah, the man they called Jesus, they said he spoke to the wind and he said, "Peace be still." And it listened and it obeyed. They say Joshua said to the sun, "Sun, be still." And the sun stood still until they walk around the wall of Jericho, and now the wall of Jericho means it had to hear the horns being blown for it to what? Fall down. Words are what? Vibration,
Yeah.
frequency.
Yes. And here's the
So
thing. We can even let's speak on something that's a little more relevant to people who may not know this knowledge, right? You can speak something into existence because Michael Jordan did it.
yes,
Jamie Foxx did it, right? All the famous people, they all did it. They all
you
spoke
did
it
it.
into
I did
existence.
it.
Like,
We
if
do
you
it.
think for 1 second that they stayed on their knees and prayed the entire time, and then all of a sudden Jamie Foxx was just Jamie Foxx. No. He traveled, he hunted down venues, he hunted down comedy shows, he was chasing his dream, and he spoke it into existence, said, "I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna do this." Same thing I do now. I speak things into existence and things
I
happen for me
totally agree.
because I'm telling it to. And I'm
I
getting
can
better
tell
and
people
better at it. Go ahead, sis.
me me being in Kenya, I spoke it. I said, "This is where I'm going." In the
Mm,
midst of the pandemic, without taking a job.
mm-hmm. Yeah. With no money
And I
too.
was
Like, and you found your way over there. Like, that's insane. That's yeah.
okay. I'm still here. I'm still being sustained in the midst of it because I spoke that I would thrive. I would not just exist.
Yeah. Yeah.
But and so we have the power to speak. He said, if we decree a thing, it shall be established. Open up your mouth. The life we want to live, we have the power to create it by our spoken
Mm-hmm.
word and
Yeah.
believing what we say it is, and so shall it be.
Fact.
Our words will not return unto us void without accomplishing that which we've spoken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So she spoke to that tree and she said, "Tree, if you could hear me, touch my shoulder." She told it where to touch. It didn't just
Yeah.
touch her arm, it didn't just touch
Right.
her hand, it didn't
Because it
just
was
bow
behind
down.
her too. The branch was actually on her, it was in her back almost. Like, so it you could see it
It
come up and over and touch her shoulder. Yeah, that was pretty
exactly
interesting.
instruction. So you have to give it instruction.
Yes.
What do you want it to do?
Mm-hmm.
How do you want people say, "Oh, the power of manifestation," right? Everybody's on this manifestation and this affirmation trend. But if you don't believe, if you don't, let me move the word believe. If you don't know, you have the power to speak whatever it is you want into existence, you're
Yeah,
wasting your time. Stop doing it. Stop it.
yeah,
Just get up, walk away and leave it alone. But you have to know that that which you are asking for or that which you desire is yours already.
yeah. And let me tell you
Then
right
you would
now,
see.
sister, and my family's watching our content right now too. And I'm gonna tell you right now, my brother came over after 6 years of not seeing him, and he just yesterday he was absolutely mesmerized at my life today. And I told him
Mhm,
exactly how I did it. I told the universe to give me exactly what I wanted, and it has been giving me everything I've been wanting. And
mhm,
sometimes it don't come right away because there's things I need to do to prepare myself to
mhm.
receive it. And now I'm seeing that
Yep,
and I'm knowing that I'm in always constant preparing mode. I'm always getting ready, so I know I'm always staying ready, so I don't have to get ready. Because once something comes and you're not ready, it may pass you by and have to come around in another cycle. And I don't want to miss
yep,
my turn, so I started doing what I needed to do, and things just blessings just keep coming. I told them about all the unknown checks that I got. I still got all the
yep,
stubs, all the pay stubs. I know where I have no idea where these checks came from, but they dropped in the mail. I took them to the bank. I thought they were fake. The bank's like, no, these are real. It's from the state. We've been seeing a lot of these. Okay, but what's it for? They're not telling me what it's for. I'm getting checks from the Federal Trade Commission. God knows what it was about. I'm like, yo. And when
mhm.
I saw that movie, The Secret, I'm telling y'all in the chat too. It's on Netflix. You can find it almost anywhere. You probably find it on Tubi. But I saw that years ago, and that lady said, stop imagining bills coming in the mail. Start imagining checks. And I did exactly what she said,
Come
and that's what
on.
the hell happened. Nothing but checks, yo. It's insane. My wife, she's like, where did all these checks keep coming from? I said, if I knew, I would tell you. I have no idea. But here's another one, and I got them all saved, sis. I got them all. So I save everything. So I'm waiting for somebody to
Very
challenge that frequency ain't frequency and manifestation ain't manifestation. Yeah, come challenge. I want you to tell me what these checks were for, because I don't even know these fucking people, and they're sending me money. So, state of Maine, the government, Federal Trade Commission, some other weird place I don't even know. I was like, man, these got to be fake. One of them fake overpay scams. Nope. The bank was like, no, this is absolutely legit. It went through. I ran it through. Everything's fine. I was like, okay. She's like, what do you want to do with it? I was like, give me the cash, I guess. Put some of it in the checking or savings or whatever. And, I'll take this amount or whatever. It's astounding. We didn't know that there was a dividends from my son's trust that came in the other day, and I was about to use my credit card. Didn't know I had cash, but when I checked the ding, that's what it was. It was dividends from his account, and I'm like, oh, I don't gotta spend my credit card and pay it back because in between budgets, and I don't play when it comes. I may have the money. That doesn't mean I'm just gonna spend it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna budget it. Oh, so if I want this, okay,
okay.
let me save up each thing from each paycheck. Like I do it strategically, because people that can just go out and spend, like those are wealthy people that have it like that. And if I'm not in that space, I don't need to be spending money like it's not an object. You know what I mean? I need to budget and make sure that I'm looking out for certain things. But yeah, man, we are in an age of, this is the best, greatest
Knowing
time to be alive
it
in
is
probably a
the
thousand
best time to
years.
be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. In a time of knowing now. Because the thing about this, right? What a lot of people don't realize, this is me. A lot of people don't realize that everything that has existed has always existed and will
Yeah.
continue to exist.
Yeah.
The other thing is this, watch this. And this is what blew my mind the other day when I was in my meditation. When our parents, mother, father, came together and made that one initial deposit, and we were conceived in that vortex called the womb.
Yeah.
Everything that we needed to exist was in that deposit. When we came
Mm.
out of that womb, they didn't put teeth inside of us. They didn't put us back in and say, oh, we need a brain. Or they didn't put us back in there and say, oh, we need a skin, or we need teeth, or we need arms, we need legs. When we came out of the womb, everything that we needed was already in us for us to grow. We didn't have to go back and say, okay, you got to go back again to grow for another year to become 1 year old. Nothing. We came into this realm out of that vortex, out of that universe, with everything that we need to do the things that we need to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so when we keep on looking outside of ourselves for manifestation, for people to do what we already have the power within us to do, we miss it.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah.
miss the whole map of our superpowers.
Facts.
Captain
That's
Planet?
true. Yes. Ah, Shay. Hey, shout out to Jay Hooks. Ah, Shay. Hey, listen, sis, no holding back, right? This is what people really got to understand about that too. And it's so powerful, right? I saw this story one time. Now, it's by an unknown source. They never dropped their name. There's people that have kind of claimed it, but it's really not there. It doesn't belong to anybody. And it was ancient. This story is ancient. Native American, Indian, what, like, it's ancient. Asiatic, it is so ancient. But the story goes, the creator, after making the universe and creating humanity, he gathers all the animals of the plane and says, where do I hide this secret power that the humans can create their own reality? And so he asked all the animals to help him figure out where to hide it. And the salmon said, give it to me, I'll swim it down to the deepest part of the ocean. And the creator said, no, one day they're gonna search there and find it. And the great buffalo said, give it to me, I'll hide it in the Great Plains. And the creator said, no, one day they will search there too and find it. And the owl said, give it to me, I will fly it to the moon. And the creator said, no, one day they will go there, they will travel there, and they will find it there too. And then the wise grandmother mole said, put it inside themselves. And the creator said, it's done. I will put the fact that they create their own reality, I will put it inside themselves. That is a powerful story. When I first read that, and it's not that long, it's like, one little passage, a little paragraph, but I was like, damn, yeah, there it is right there. They got us putting our power into everything else. We're putting our power into offerings, you know, at church.
Mhm,
We're putting our power into this book that's supposed to save us. And no, we have to apply that power from within us. That's where number 7
mhm,
on the rules come from, in the principles come from, right? Number 7,
mhm,
faith. Find anything internal that helps. Internal. It has to be internal, because if you look for something external, if that external thing dies or goes away or is taken away, what the hell are you going to do? Exactly. You
collapse.
have to find something on the inside. Because if you find something on the outside, if anything happens to that outside or that extremity on the, you know what I mean? It's a wrap. Your life is not going to be the same. And it's because you were depending on something outside of you. Everything you need is on the inside. So great,
Yep.
great depiction of that, sister. And it made me remember that story. And I pray that story resonates with a lot of people, because you have no idea how many celebrities like you, and even the ones that they still believe in God and they're Christians or whatever, but you ask them how they got where they're at, and they'll tell you, I manifested it by performing actions, right? And that's also in the principle. The actions we perform frequently will define our frequency. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So, like, come on with me. Yo, listen, sis,
Yep.
people they just need to get wind of us and need to start coming around here. And this is where they're going to find truth. They're going to find relevance. They're going to find healing. They're going to find everything they've been looking for. It's paradise over here, Sunday dinner, 1 p.m. to about 2:30, 3 o'clock. Listen, it's paradise over here, y'all. And we ain't gonna
Yeah.
sugarcoat it. We ain't gonna ever lie to you or none of that. We gonna bring it to you. You decide for yourself, and we tell you our opinions. And that's okay if you disagree with those opinions. We still can have respect for each other. You know?
That's it. And let's put it like this, right? You say our opinions. We're gonna give it to you from our perspective. Think about
Yeah.
a
Mm-hmm.
cube. There's four. How many sides to a cube? Four sides to a cube, a square, I should say. Four
Yep.
sides to a square. And so if you're standing on one side and I'm standing on another side and Jay Hooks is standing on one side and the Queen Oracle is standing on the other side, we are all seeing it from our various perspective of where we're standing.
Yep.
But one thing for sure we all agree on, it's guess what? It is a square.
Yeah. Yeah.
We all see it from a different perspective, but the bottom line is it's still a square. So
Yeah.
here on the High Tribe, you're gonna get four different perspective on something, and what you walk away with, it is determined upon you,
Mm.
the listening audience, to be able to glean something from each one of our perspective to create your own.
Mm-hmm.
It's never about it. It's not a debate here. It's not for argument here. It's all about bringing our four different perspectives together to make a whole.
That's right. And we've been doing this for a few years now. This is just the only first year we've been public to you guys. But we got archives of videos. We've been doing this for a couple years, y'all. So I know it seems like we just came out of nowhere with the book and the and all that, but we've been doing this. We've been honing in on this
Yeah.
craft for quite some time. So trust me, when we
Yep.
say we're ready, and if y'all have anybody who you think could challenge us, then tell them bring it on, because we got we just come from a place of love and we come from a place of perspective, and that's okay to disagree, but we're gonna
Yeah.
present our evidence and we're gonna present why we believe or why we think or why we know this is the way it is for us, right? So
Yes.
yeah, this
And
this
that's it.
this is a good
Love it.
good topic. We got to do part two, sis.
Yes, we definitely with the hooks and the Oracle man.
Yeah,
They definitely have to be in the house, you
yeah. And
know?
those other ones, I'm telling you, listen, they are insane. That's why I didn't pull none of them up today. I'm like, this is gonna be man. It's gonna be creepy. And it's a little bit like we have to do a trigger warning too. Maybe not a trigger warning, but a scare warning, horror warning, or something, because this is it's gonna keep some people up at night. Like
No,
I could not
what
stop
it,
thinking about it.
it will do, not only that, what it will do, think about it, it would make them start looking at flies, grasshoppers. They would start paying attention, starting to what the Queen Oracle says, start being present in their environment and start just walking past, not paying attention, not being present in the moment.
Yeah,
You see? Because a lot of times we miss things because we're so busy and caught up in the hustle and the bustle and the rushing of life that we're
yeah,
not being present
yeah.
to pay attention,
Mm-hmm.
to observe, to practice, to put some things into practice.
Yeah.
So I watched that video with the woman talking to the tree. What if I just saw it and brushed it off and say, yeah, that read the breeze blew that. But I
Right.
went out and
Yeah, she had a fishing
I
line
did it myself.
or something.
Huh?
I know. I'm saying, like, some people are saying, like, oh, she had a fishing line attached to it or something. But
No, exactly. Or the breeze blew it, but it was no breeze blowing. and that's what I did love too. For me, there was no breeze. It was just a hot, sunny day. I walked out on my balcony and I stood there and I said, I know you could hear me. Touch, and I stretched my hand. I said, touch my hand. And I said it a second time. And then I saw when it bowed down, just like how it bowed down and touched her, that's the same thing. It bowed, it stretched forward and touched. And so we have to, with hearing all of these different things, seeing all these different videos, hearing what I have to say, hearing what Speculum Edmund was saying, we have to now become participants. Make it real for ourselves, going out there and putting it to use, practicing, talking to the tree, taking. Let me share this other thing. Let me share this other thing with you guys. I fell down some steps in 2024, and I had excruciating pain across my lower back. And then this little still voice, my inner self, my higher self, go downstairs, take off your shoes, and stand on the earth on the bed with no shoes on. Tell the earth to absorb the pain. And I did. I went and I stood barefooted in the ground. And I said, please take this pain away from me. Take this pain away from me. I cannot bear this pain. And I felt when the electricity of the earth run straight up my 2 feet, the bottom of my feet to my back where the pain was, and absorbed the pain. And I have had that pain from then till now. We could give you all of these examples. We could show you all of these videos. But if you don't take it and put it into use, it ain't on us. It's on you.
Yep.
That's my.
And here's another thing to solidify the sister's point is, I'm gonna bring something up that everybody knows, right? Splitting the pole. Oh, if you split the pole, something gonna happen. And you know what was crazy? Every time I split the pole, something did happen. So I stopped splitting the pole. But you know what I realized as I got older? Something was happening because I was manifesting that something to happen. I have to make this superstition real. Otherwise, it's pointless. And that's what my subconscious was doing. My subconscious was doing that. So now, if I want something to be real, I manifest it and I'll make it a superstition, but I'll make it a part of my everyday life. And so instead of, don't split the pole, something bad was going to happen. No, if I split the pole, life will happen. Great things will happen. You know what I'm saying? So I started shifting that thought process. And now my son and I, we split the pole. I split the pole all the time. I don't pay attention to none of that stuff anymore. Don't use the phone in a rainstorm. Lightning will strike your house and all. It's silly for us people, but for some reason, my great-grandmother, the lightning always struck her house. She was manifesting that to happen. You know what I'm saying? Because that's her superstition. So the universe is not going to be like, you're not going to make me out to be a liar. You said this is going to happen. That's what's going to happen every time you do it. So people were not thinking like that. Like, God is not going to be made out to be a liar, gang. So whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, either way, you're going to be right. And that is the very essence that is our creator right there. So, hey, listen, this is what we do, y'all. Every Sunday, this is what we do.
Yes. It's a joy. It's a joy to come every Sunday when we can and do. And we salute you, Spec. We salute you. I know Queen Oracle. I know Dale and myself. We salute you for, your constant, committed dedication to the High Vibe Tribe. All that you do to push us forward. I just want to publicly just give you your flowers and your accolades because honestly, you are a bona fide, bona fide, I can use that word, bona fide, certified. You understand breath of strength and air and support. I'm telling you, the body needs every part of it, but the spine holds it all together. That's what you are to this team. You are that spine that holds us all together. Thank you. Thank you for your unwavering love, your unwavering commitment, your unwavering dedication to all of us at every level. You think of things for us even when we can't even think of it for ourselves. So we thank you for being the breed.
Oh man,
Thank
thank you,
you.
sis. Those kind words. I'm just doing my part because I tell you all the time, like I want to, I want to pull my weight because the things that you guys are doing, with educating yourselves and unlearning and relearning and all that good, like you guys are just doing amazing things, man, and that's what keeps me going. It's like, every time the Oracle comes on and she's like, guess what I just found, y'all ain't gonna believe this. And she'll drop something in the Discord and it'll be like, damn, man, this is so much easier. Like, so yeah, and y'all just come like Jay Hooks, he's always got the guest on deck. Y'all, man,
Yes,
the
he
work
knows how to
y'all
ask the
do is what
question.
makes me do what I do, and I'm just proud to hear that what I'm doing makes y'all want to do what y'all do. So when you get into a cycle like
Yeah.
that, only great things can happen from that, sister. So I appreciate those flowers, man. I want to return them right back to you too, and we could just keep passing those flowers around for the rest of eternity as we have been. So
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
there's some people that are going to really gravitate with this type of thing we've built and building, and they're going to want to be a part of that and also build their own. And there's some people that's just, it's not going to be for them, and that's okay. We love you anyway, and
And
we
it's okay.
pray that your endeavors succeed, whatever you do. So
Wherever you go, where takes you, wherever you take yourself, I should say, where life takes you, but wherever you take yourself, whatever. So your journey, where your journey is, and that's what I love about us is that as many people come in and go and stuff like that, we wish them
yeah,
all, we all the best in wherever their journey take them because being with us is only for a part of their journey and that's it. Then they have someplace else they gotta go to impact
yes,
and make change and do change and all that different stuff, and
yes,
that's there's no selfishness. We really want you to us, and if you want a part of us, you da, 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 da. No, thank you for your time. And now we know it's time for you to go to the next level or to the next space that you got to go, a next part of your journey, you
wow,
know. But as I would say, for me, in my closing thoughts on this, in terms of everything is in front of us, you know,
hmm you're breaking
in
in and out, sis.
millennials,
I don't know what
none
happened.
of this stuff was all at one time. Everything is in layers. We didn't just come out of our mother's womb talking or walking. Um, Everything is in layers. So just how we had to go through phases and stages to grow to get where we are. That's the same thing with the earth. The earth, this world was not just one whop and that's it. We had different kingdoms, we had different empires, we had different rulers, we have different levels of
Vibrations. Hey, shout out to Mr. Renard popping in the chat. Yeah,
those
those
that
people
Jack
up
and the
top.
beanstalk
Hmm
into the air like that, but not through clouds. And so on this journey, I want to take a few things. One from Queen Oracle: stay present.
Mm, yeah. Sister, your mic is going in and out on us. Hey, Renard, those people up top, that was the video we played.
Loving yourself. Yo, yeah, side of me.
Uh-oh. All right, the sister's internet is choppy, but that's all right. It happens. But she may tap back in. In the meantime, I want to I want to send a shout out to those unspoken heroes and unseen heroes that the Dr. Sublime was just mentioning. And she tap back in soon, I'm sure. She's
Yeah,
here now. But I wanted to read something that kind of solidifies what she's talking about. How we've had a lot of different people come through the tribe and help the tribe and add some sort of value for the tribe. And then that may have been their only mission, was to give us that, like, the name. And then they're no longer with us. And then they give us, one of the 9 principles or 2 of them, and then they're no longer there. It's like, so a lot of this stuff has been a collective, and we want to make sure we acknowledge them people. So I would like to live, a part of our closing thoughts. I want to read that word of gratitude out of our book, and thanking those who actually contributed to the High Vibe Tribe and what it is today. Even though you may not be here with us anymore, or you're not a part of the tribe in that direct way, you still have value, and you still will always be a significant part of this tribe. So it's called A Word of
yes.
Gratitude. And this is taken straight from the 9 Principles of Being by the High Vibe Tribe, y'all. So your copies will be available for purchase soon. Just stick with us a little bit. But it's called A Word of Gratitude. No work of consciousness is ever created alone. This book carries voices that were never recorded, moments that were never documented, and contributions that were never named, yet shaped everything that exists here. To those who challenged us when comfort would have been easier, to those who asked the questions that forced growth, to those who listened without judgment, to those who spoke truth at the right moment, to those who held space, shared wisdom, or simply showed up when it mattered. Thank you. The High Vibe Tribe was not formed in isolation. It was forged through shared experience, lived dialogue, quiet mentorship, unseen labor, and collective becoming. Many influences arrived briefly, others stayed for seasons, all left an imprint. Some contributions came through conversation, some through example, some through resistance that sharpened clarity, some through love that made honesty safe. This work honors not just what was said, but what was felt, practiced, questioned, and embodied
Mm,
along the way. To those names those names that do not appear on these pages, but whose energy does, you are seen, you are valued, you are part of this. May this book reflect back even a fraction of what was given. Yeah.
yay,
Yeah,
yay.
we went ham on that, y'all. We definitely went ham because nobody's left out. Even the reader feels like they're a part of this tribe, and you should feel that way. It should draw you in that way, and it shouldn't be 1,000 pages of on a cloudy, dark, Halloween looking night. Like, you know what I mean? All that's unnecessary, in my opinion. That's just, I think we nailed it. We hit the nail on the head, and we're getting straight to the point. And there's something called the 42 laws of Mayat, and I don't think we need 42. You know,
Yeah.
so we broke it down to 9, pretty much. But in layman's terms, for y'all.
Yes, we did a good
Go.
family as we go on. Yep. Like I said, be gentle with yourself because we are all on a journey. Much
Yes.
love.
Ashe, Ashe. Yes. Peace, peace, everybody. We appreciate y'all tapping in. Make sure y'all stay tuned for that part 2 of this
Yes.
topic. And that is honestly what is going to make us want to do this is the reactions we get and the feedback. So appreciate y'all and tapping that like button too. I see y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. But the old evidence is still
Yeah.
there, yo. We're gonna do a part 2 to that, and I want y'all to stay tuned and please be on the lookout for that book. I promise y'all, as soon as Barnes and Nobles, Amazon, and all the other platforms give their okay that the book is fine to be on their platform, we will have links for y'all. So stay tuned for that too, please. But
Yeah.
our part is done. We're waiting on the establishment to decide and do their part. So, but yeah, make sure y'all looking out for us and tap in every Sunday because we here every Sunday, man. And I know some of y'all ain't got nothing else to do and you just out cleaning the car or whatever, washing the car or whatever. Hey, bring us out there with you, man, and just that way you can, you don't miss nothing because we always bringing in some glad tidings. We come to heal the world. That's our job. And I know that we're doing a fine job with that. And we're definitely helping some people and it's getting across to a few people. So share share these videos and this channel and make sure it gets to people that are going to benefit from it. Or do you think they'll benefit from it or whatever? And for most importantly, make sure y'all go and look in the mirror for the change you want to see and love your journey. Peace, peace.
Ashe. Peace,
Sister,
peace, family.
any final things? Any uh shout
Nah,
out or
yeah,
anything?
beautiful. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Check us out on TikTok. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're Instagram. Discord. We're in Discord. Where else we're at? In terms of the High Vibe Tribe, and then all of
Twitter,
us have our
we
own
everywhere,
personal.
y'all. We on Rumble, we on all social media platforms, almost all of them. There's maybe a few that
Yeah,
ain't, but
yeah.
we're
Check
extremely
us out.
busy, so we'll get there.
And everybody also have their private personal pages and stuff like that. We'll probably do that another time and let you know our various personal pages or emails. And in case if you want to reach out to J Hooks the Great or the Queen Oracle or myself or Speculum, we all also have our individual programs going on, even though we come together collectively.
Yeah,
Love you, family. Until next time and in between time,
yeah.
peace.
Peace, peace. Oh, one more thing, y'all. This book right here is a one of a kind. So it's the first print, and it also has something in it that none of the other books will have. And so we're going to all sign this, and we're going to give it to one of our adoring fans. So you guys will
Yes.
actually have you'll get a book that is a one of a kind. There will not ever be another one in existence. There will be many of these books printed, but it will not be this exact book because this particular one that I'm holding in my hand has something different that the other books will never have. And because that has all been fixed. So We're going to sign it. It'll have all our signatures, and we will auction it off for one of our diehard fans. So look out for that too. That's also coming, y'all.
All right.
All right. So yeah,
Peace.
peace. Y'all go enjoy this day, man. Beautiful sunny day I have here. I'm going to get me some sun. I know y'all can see it shining in the window. Y'all can see it in the mirror frames.
It's
Oh,
nighttime on my side. How
yeah.
on?
Well, you had your son today anyway, so. All right, peace, family. Love y'all. Later. See y'all next